Now. Okay, and we are back. Serve is with me again, and who the hell are you other two idiots?
I'm Fargo.
I'm Rishikaze.
No, they're not.
Serve, nobody asked you.
I'm sorry, go on. Just try and prove I'm not Fargo.
Actually,
Show me
since you
the
seem to
birth
know, who am I?
certificate.
Am I Crow?
Oh, no.
No, you're Blind Sally. Come on, we've been over.
Okay.
Because if any of you is Crow, I'm going to have to start yelling. Crow has obligations to meet.
Oh, shit, where's the button? Nope, not that one. How?
Crow, if you're watching this, please update your Prince of Persia LP.
Fuck off,
Never!
game. Get
I
out of
already know
here.
the answer.
Jesus, okay. Now what the... Alright, now let's see if I remember what the fuck the fire button is. It's that one.
You are very good at video game.
I am the best at video game.
It's... Well, it's Banjo-Tooie. Like, trying to fucking name in that game. Like, it does not... The aiming just does not work well in it.
It's a touch sensitive, I would say.
And it's constantly trying to recenter itself. And it's... Oh, and it's like... It's way more sensitive in, like, certain areas of the screen compared to others. It accelerates the further out you get, and it's weird, and... Ugh.
But have you considered that we just got grenades?
Well, I mean, okay, they're the best eggs, but they're like...
Which button? This button. There are some notes down here in the lake that I'm gonna grab before we go into Witchyworld.
Some notes in completely unnecessary locations, by the way.
I don't understand why they put notes on the overworld. But, you know, whatever.
I mean,
Something
given
to
that...
change up from the original?
Yeah, that, and since you have a running total of, like, the notes in the entire game, it's probably to help you cover upgrades faster.
So here we go. Time for Witchy. Oh, so I can totally hear that echo.
I will fix that. Sorry.
So yeah, last time we were in Pennsylvania, now we're going to Six Flags.
Wait, Pennsylvania?
Last level was the mine.
Does Pennsylvania have a lot of mining in it?
Oh, just
Yes.
ever.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, it's one of the really big coal states, or at least it used to be.
Yeah.
It also has a city that
West
has been
Virginia.
literally burning for 60 years.
Oh yes, that thing.
Also,
AKA the real world Silent Hill.
so yep, this sure is a Kazooie reference. This is what's his face? Boggy's wife?
Yeah, Boggy.
Also, look at those breast physics.
Why? Okay, here's another thing I don't get. Why is everybody in this game suddenly gigantic?
Whoop.
Like, I mean, it's
Because
not.
fuck
It's
you,
not even
that's
so
why.
much, but like later on when you've got like Jolly Roger's Lagoon, is it? Jolly Roger's Lagoon, yeah.
Yeah.
And like everybody is like 20 times the size of Banjo, and it's like what?
Oh, there he is.
Because why bother scaling?
Yeah, basically.
There was a lot of not effort put into this game.
It's just like why are Banjo and Kazooie suddenly so fucking tiny?
Because rare.
Because rare is a pretty good way of describing most of this game in general, to be honest.
Yeah, it
When
is.
Rare is on form, they are bizarre. Like, I unironically love Blast Core, but that game is bizarre.
Oh yeah.
Is there anything back here? Oh, no, it's the
But
fry
like,
stand.
it's like everything in this game is just so needlessly large.
But Fargle, more bigger equals more better.
No,
No.
bad DK64. Go away.
DK64 wasn't big so much as it was just everything is just arbitrarily color-coded.
Also arbitrarily glitchy. For all its faults, at least this game kind of works.
Yeah.
So yeah, we found one of Boggy's kids. This is some prime parenting going on here.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're already morbidly obese, so, you know.
Oh, let's see. That's a Mumbo thing. I don't think I need to do anything here yet.
I mean, they are bears. They are supposed to be fat.
Yeah, but still, bears are not shaped that way.
Alright. I think this move is a Banjo-only move. No. Okay. Another one of those features that really should have been in the first game.
Yeah.
Alright, and I don't think there's anything else we can do here.
So now we have grenades and the ability to fire while we're flying. Basically Banjo is now more effective than an F-35.
I really don't think firing while you're flying would have been worth anything in the first game.
Oh,
Like, there's nothing in Banjo 1 that would, like, really...
Yeah, the final grunty fight.
I suppose. I forgot about that.
well, let's see. That's a thing we can't do.
Which, that fight was a motherfucker, by the way.
Yeah, God, that sucked.
I mean, consider what they used to justify including it in this game.
True. But we'll get to that later.
Considerably later.
There we
There's
go.
so many
This.
things to collect.
So
Before
here's
you
the
even
here's
can,
the
much
here's the
less
important
if you
one.
decide to try and collect everything.
So here's our split up pads. I don't actually think I need to split up right now, but
Why you had to learn this in the first place, I'll never know, but...
It's mostly you need a drill sergeant to be able to tell Kazooie to get the fuck out the bag and do some work.
Yeah, sure. Let's go with that.
yeah, I don't think I need this. Alright, yeah, here's the fries. I'm gonna go... Good job, dude. You hid the switch behind your place.
Laziness much?
Salty Joe's limp salty fries.
I'm sure that's a euphemism for something.
Oh, that is 100% a euphemism for something.
I don't know, I don't know if it's a euphemism so much as it is just trying to be gross.
Yes.
I will bow to your expertise as the resident British grossologist.
It was a thing a lot. Like, I mean, okay, this game came out in like 2000, so it was tapering off, but just like being gross for the sake of being gross and kid stuff was a really big thing back then.
So
True.
this is the old strength test. Everybody loves that. So naturally, we're gonna cheat.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
I mean, grenades are permitted in those tests, right?
Yeah,
Sure.
that's what they mean by an
Seems
explosive
legit.
display of power.
I gotta say though, the Six Flags is kind of lame. Like, look at it; it's so empty.
I mean, Texas.
There's maybe like 10 people here.
Yeah, most of them work here. It's really awkward.
I mean, it must be the off season.
True.
I love how you're playing this in this dodgy ass emulator. Shows off like how they managed to like do most of the stuff in Banjo-Tooie, and the answer is layering two textures on top of each other.
To be fair, Rare is basically a goddamn wizard of the N64, so...
They were, yeah, like they got that system to do like ridiculous stuff.
Oh yeah.
And like Banjo-Tooie here and Conker's Bad Fur Day,
Ah.
they are absolutely the best looking games on the system without question. And they don't use the expansion pack that gives you the extra texture memory. And that's kind of amazing.
Wait a minute. I thought Banjo-Tooie did use the expansion pack.
No,
Does it?
no, neither does Conker's Bad Fur Day, which is
Yeah, neither of them
incredible.
is
If you look at
mandatory.
Conker's Bad Fur Day,
Huh.
Well, this one's Banjo only, okay.
like what Rare managed to squeeze out of the N64 is just like it's baffling almost how they managed to do it. It's unlike the N64 was such a garbage piece of hardware.
It wasn't so much a garbage piece of hardware as it had a garbage hardware architecture. So programming for it was kind of a pain in the dick.
Yeah, no,
not a- well-
like the N64 was like really, like again, like the tiny texture memory and everything, and it's like, it was a really bad piece of hardware with a really bad controller, and it just had a bunch of like, it was saved by like Nintendo having really good game designers working for them.
Come on.
It definitely
Really?
had a terrible controller.
I was gonna say, really? Kazooie can't do the backflip on her own?
No, she has to learn it.
Yeah. And then,
Hello.
like, if you look at the same
Okay.
time, I mean, the N64, like, the stuff it's competing with, like, the PlayStation is the only thing that came out back then that wasn't shit in terms of, like, hardware design.
Let's not say anything we can't take back. The PlayStation 1 launched with a... What was it, a 2x CD drive?
Also,
Yeah.
no analog.
Yeah, I know, and it's still better than, in terms of hardware design, than the
It launched with
N64
shitty
was,
hardware.
and especially better than the Saturn.
It launched with the shitty hardware, but nothing they couldn't fix.
Also, hi, Effie.
Hey, a lot of things are better than the Saturn, though.
Yeah.
It's a shame because the Saturn also had some really good games.
Yeah.
Yeah, there were a few
Was
really
it
good
the was it the Saturn or the PlayStation that only had like rectangular polygons and no triangles?
That was Saturn.
That was the Saturn.
Saturn,
Okay,
yeah.
that's the big problem. Yeah.
It used quadrilaterals instead. No, that wasn't just the big problem. It had quadrilaterals.
That was
so
a
it
problem.
also had two CPUs.
Yeah, it was really hard to program. It was a very powerful system, but fuck if
It was a
anyone
very
could figure
powerful
it out.
system that was almost impossible to use, and it had no function for transparency.
Hmm.
Yeah.
They had like its hardware did not support transparency, and it wasn't until very late in its life that they managed to figure out a software-based workaround to allow transparency on the Saturn.
Oh shit.
Shit, the cops are here!
That's why so many of like the smoke effects on like games and stuff on the Saturn look so shit. Is because they couldn't support transparency.
Oh, right. I gotta... let's see which one. Here we go. So who's ready for some mini-games?
Oh boy!
I'm giving this all the excitement I've got.
Banjo-Tooie minigames are... special. Yes, that's the word.
God damn it, Twitter, let me save GIFs.
Some of the mini games are okay. Some of them are bad. Most of them are average.
Shit, Grunty, I don't need the rules.
The good thing is that this level has the biggest concentration of mini games by far. Like, later levels don't have nearly as many.
Yeah, there are a lot in here.
Oh man, aerial aiming.
I remember this not being too bad on an N64, but I imagine it might be harder on an emulated with a different controller.
That's a word for it.
Or you might just be bad at it.
That's also a word for it.
So yeah, hey guys, and welcome to Let's Play Ace Combat Infinity.
It's infinite because we are never leaving here.
Nope.
Shit.
We live here now.
Have you already fought Patches?
No.
We just started the level.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
How about you just not fight Patches?
I mean, we could do that, but then we'd be short of Jiggy.
So you are getting all of them?
Sort of.
So far, at least.
Maybe not getting all of them on camera, but I am ultimately going back and getting them.
Since I missed the last one, how was Canary Mary? I know the first one's not bad, but...
It was fine.
Yeah, the first one was okay.
Who is it that hasn't seen this before? Like, we were doing the first one and somebody didn't see it before? I forget who that was. I don't know if they're here. I don't think they're here.
Right, well, that was a minigame.
I really liked how this game had the bouncy textures and stuff.
Oh yeah, that was really neat. Like, I have to give props to Rare for that.
I mean, you have to give props to Rare for a lot of things. Their knowledge of the N64 hardware was probably second to none other than Nintendo.
Again, fucking wizards.
Yeah, they definitely had the most... well, not most overall, but definitely the most good. I was going to say, they might have even had just plain the most games for the 64, but no, I think Nintendo first party does beat them out.
No, yeah, first party still beats them.
I mean, like, Conker's Bad Fur Day was it was an okay game, but in terms of technical quality, apparently that game is really, really impressive to actually be running on an N64.
Oh yeah, no, it's extremely impressive that it's functioning. Just the game itself sort of falls apart at the end under its own weight.
Also, hi and welcome to Let's Play Superman 64.
I think Superman 64...
I certainly like the new model, and the lack of green fog is certainly an improvement.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
also,
mean, sure, Superman can't fly anymore, but...
You know what? I think that is an improvement over the original.
Also, these are actual objects instead of sprites.
Yeah, that's really annoying.
I mean, it looks way better.
Yeah, but the fact that they actually have collision on the edges, though...
I guess.
I mean, it
looks so much better than the rings in DK64.
Yeah.
Sure.
And it's entirely possible that you could make them objects without giving them collision. That's just a actual choice rather than the fact that
it's a good way
objects.
to dictate that you actually have to go through, and there becomes no ambiguity of whether or not you actually made it through the ring, I suppose.
Yeah, no, I can see why they did it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think DK64's rings were just plain, like, you touch it anywhere on the ring, and it works.
Yeah, but they
Yeah, see, that sounds right.
But they
I mean,
also,
they were
like,
sprites.
they were
in
all flat sprites,
64.
and they would
Yeah.
scale and rotate to whatever direction you were coming at them in.
Yeah, that was something.
Which was weird because that would throw off your depth perception of trying to
Yeah.
actually go through them.
That actually has a name. That's called signposting.
I thought signposting is a different concept. Like, signposting usually has to do with tutorializing, or unspoken
No.
tutorializing.
Signposting in this context refers to like having 2D objects always face the player in a 3D environment.
No, I
Like the
haven't heard
trees,
it used in that context.
like the trees in Mario 64, for example.
Oh yeah, I mean, I can think of a ton of examples of that sort of thing throughout games. But I mean, hell, it's still used in some modern games. When it is used, it's really poorly done generally, and people call it
it's
out
also
on it.
really obvious.
But it is still used in some games, especially ones where it's for stuff that is so far outside the normal draw distance.
Oh, is this really the first one of these that I've gotten?
Discord stopped picking up my microphone.
Oh, okay.
Annoying.
Oh, I see.
I thought you guys were just being rude and talking over me.
Yes.
Well, I mean,
we
might-
were. Also, this pickup is very annoying
Yeah, I'm
because
surprised.
if you're not paying attention, you may very well accidentally kill yourself.
Yeah, that's a fun time.
Just don't get them in later levels, because every level it speeds up.
Yeah, but later levels, the regular health pickup's trying to kill you too, so...
No, they don't.
Look
Yeah,
at
the beehives.
Which?
Oh,
The
the
beehives come to
beehive.
life and try to kill you.
Oh, yeah, okay. Wait, that was in. No, that's not true. I was thinking of in Banjo-Kazooie they get the bees around them after a while. That's all.
Yeah.
Also,
give-
that definitely does not pass health code.
Yeah, come on, give me the bird.
I don't think anything at this theme park passes health code.
I think that's the point.
Who needs OSHA compliance, anyways?
OSHA demands it mostly. And then they get the feds in if you don't, and well, then your profits start tanking.
All right, shit. Which one? Hang on, I think I missed something here. I did. Where is the last ticket?
Well, it's all four of them are sitting around this place, so just do a single loop.
True.
Defeat the slot machines, and you'll get it eventually.
It's
mean,
it,
it's
must be.
possible
It must be
to,
this
uh,
one.
Oh.
Yeah, here we are.
So, I don't know what the rewards from the little fortune teller house are, but I remember reading years ago that there were a whole bunch of like really secret rewards to get out of it. But I'm assuming it's probably just a my uncle works at Nintendo thing.
Yeah, it's pretty much bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah, at best you don't get hurt.
Yeah. I think there's a Cheeto code that you can get out of it, though.
Maybe? That actually does sound legit, but I don't know what it is.
Well, let's take a look.
Alright, well,
Banjo-Tooie.
I guess let's do the dive of death next.
Oh boy, we're going to hell.
I mean,
I think this was
wasn't that a
always the
given?
first. I think this is always the first Jiggy I get because it's super easy.
I like
Alright,
I
someone
like
start singing Snake Eater.
I like that the music actually like stops and fades out as you go towards the top. Oh, camera.
Camera, please.
Camera.
Half the time, it's just easier to do the grip grab across the thing.
That's true.
Or if you're feeling lucky, you can just double jump to it.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, is that... It's below me, but I'm not sure on which side. I think it's this one.
Splooge.
Yep, you got it.
Madame Grunty's tent. If you're lucky, you'll get feathers or eggs. If you're unlucky, she'll say you win a beating, and then you'll be kicked out the door. If you are extremely lucky, you will get the Get Jiggy cheat. I don't know what it does, though.
Okay.
Cheat codes.
Get Jiggy might just be
In Banjo-Tooie.
to
Let's see.
reveal the location of all the Jiggies.
The signs in Jiggy's temple will now tell you where to find every Jiggy in each world.
Oh, yep.
Okay. Let's see, what's behind door number 1?
Also, suddenly we're in Snake Way.
Yeah, we gotta go learn the Kaioken.
Ah, let's go see the Cave of Horrors.
It's
What
just
could
other rare
possibly
games.
be in here?
There is the ancient bearded camel, a mighty evil dinosaur, and a weird killer alien. Also, what the fuck are you doing here? Get out of here, kid.
Yeah, really. You're all alone in here by yourself. How the hell are you having fun?
Because he's not near his mom.
It's alright, we're gonna fix that.
You're horrible.
Right, anyway, let's,
Hooray for child abuse, I guess.
I mean, we already knew because it was horrible, so...
wait. I thought
Well, yeah, I mean, she constantly murders her children.
Wait, I thought you busted these open. What do you do then?
I'm pretty sure these eggs aren't violent.
Hit the lock with the grenade egg.
And even so, they're not her children. She's callously murdering another bird's kids.
It was the lock, yeah.
Again, I'm pretty sure these eggs are unfertilized. Particularly in the case of the grenades and the robots.
No, the grenade ones are the only viable ones. The
Yes.
Kazooie birth process is very strange.
So this kind of sucks on the Xbox Live version, but apparently using any of the codes will deactivate saving.
I don't know.
I wonder
Yeah.
Including the double eggs and feathers ones.
That's
Of course, I beat
dumb.
the game without codes, so...
Yeah, that's dumb. They had to have intentionally added that then.
Oh,
It also
they
says it
did.
turns, your,
It's
sa-
because,
it turns your saving off and your scores won't be posted to the leaderboards.
Oh,
Who
that
gives a
may be
shit
why.
about leaderboards? It's fucking
Yeah, no, that's the thing.
Banjo-Tooie for the Xbox.
Mm-hmm.
Because people give such a stink about leaderboards, you know, it's the same reason why Fallout 4 now has the M thing on saves, and you can't get achievements if you've got mods. It's so you can't illegally, you know, get your achievements.
Mm-hmm.
I can't believe you've cheated to get a goddamn Chivo.
Yeah.
Also, yes, the guardrails hurt you here. Because
Apparently, there's one signpost in Jiggy's temple that reads an egg container followed by a jingling. And it's actually a code hint, like for the code Nest King. And that allows you to carry infinite eggs and feathers. Item totals will, instead of numbered totals, will state lots.
Yeah, I remember that one. That's a good.
oh yeah.
That is a good code.
Other ones, Honey King gives you infinite health. Super Banjo makes Banjo go faster. Super Batty makes enemies move faster. Jiggy Wiggy Special opens all worlds. Jiggy's cast list allows you to get the character parade that you would normally get for 100%ing. And Play It Again, Son unlocks all of Replay's minigames and cinema scenes.
Why would you ever? They're so long already.
Which?
The cinema scenes in Banjo-Tooie, they're...
Because
Is there anything even actually here? In
I
the
think
trailer?
there's a-
half an
up in
hour
the-
before you get to play the game.
Up in the corner, I think there's a honeycomb.
Yes, Fargo, but
Oh.
occasionally you need that prisoner to crack extra quick. So you need to make him watch it over and over again.
Oh, yeah.
yeah, I mean, what else do you think they're using in the prisons in Syria?
DK64, duh.
It's true. I can't
Shit.
fault this man's logic.
Shit, you're right. You're absolutely right.
Yeah, if you backflip to the top of the coffin and then backflip up again.
Yeah, there we go. See, I was trying to break it open. Thought there was like a
No.
like the claw, like, yeah, whatever. Whatever. Oh, god damn it.
Yep, they always have to stick these things in there. Because
I
fuck
think
you
they
for
are on
wanting to
literally
progress
every
fast.
ledge that you can grip in this game.
They are.
They're basically on everything, yeah.
Like, on every ledge that's on a wall, those things are there. Purely to stop your progress. Because this game isn't long enough already.
Nope, here's the train switch. Right, well, that's all we can do here.
Pretty much, yeah.
So we did the dive of death.
The cheats in Banjo-Kazooie are ridiculous. The removing obstacle ones. They're so
Actually-
unnecessary.
Actually, that's not all you can do there. You could just call the train there, so that the dinosaur can leave to World 5.
Yeah, that'll have to happen.
Yeah, I guess we might as well go ahead and do that real quick.
Yeah, just so you don't have to do it later.
I mean, even without the texture blending, like that keeps glitching out here in this, the textures there for that in the background in that section of the Witchyworld overworld there are really, really detailed for the N64. Especially with, again, this doesn't use the expansion pack for higher textures.
I want to say that the N64 was capable of a higher texture quality than the PS1 was.
No, it wasn't.
No?
It's no, because the PS1 has... there's a
What
lot
am I
of reasons
thinking
why.
about?
But
What am I thinking about that the N64 actually, did
I
better
think
than the PSX
N64
did?
had actual texture filtering, which the PS1 didn't.
well, the other
Yeah.
thing the N64
That
has
might be what
is
I'm
that...
thinking of.
Yeah, the other thing the N64 has is that I think it has some built-in piece of hardware that lets it handle Z-buffering a lot better, so you don't get those weird wavy textures that you sometimes see in PS1 games.
Yeah, it's much better about what's the word? Perspective filtering on the textures, so that it doesn't distort them all when you go around corners and things.
Okay.
Because you notice you go for a lot of PS1 games and occasionally Saturn and stuff, you'll see like wall textures like bend slightly. And the N64 doesn't do that, but its actual texture memory was hang on, let me look this up because its texture memory is fucking tiny.
I mean, let's be fair.
It had a very tiny texture memory, but it's very good about calling up different textures on the fly.
Apparently, the N64 had some really good core architecture, but it just came out at a later time, and it kind of had the problem that the PS3 had, where it was really kind of
It was a very
obtuse to work with.
Yeah, it was a very non-standard architecture, so it was a pain to program for.
Mm-hmm.
However, I will be fair here. There are plenty of early PS2 games that looked worse than this.
Oh yeah, plenty, because the PS2 also had a lot of weird
Where's the
weird architecture things. Nowhere near as bad, but it did take people a little while to learn how to use the cell processor effectively. And there are still a lot of games that, if you know what you're doing, you can absolutely outrun the load time. Like San Andreas, GTA San Andreas, to give you an idea of how bad load or texture load can be on the PS2 in early times.
That was a thing in the PSP too.
Yeah, no, it was entirely possible to outrun reality. Like the collision data would load, but the actual, physical textures didn't. So you'd just be driving in nothingness.
Oh yeah, you could do that in the PSP GTA games too.
Yeah, I mean, the PSP had the same issue. Actually, it had it worse because it was even slower trying to load from UMDs.
Yeah. I mean, when you get down to brass tacks, the PSP was basically a portable PS2.
So N64 was technically a little more powerful than the PS1, but its problems were that it had a very limited texture cache, and the cartridge format being a smaller format.
Yep.
That was the biggest problem with the thing, plus the architecture wasn't really as friendly as the PS1, I guess.
And the unintuitive controller. So if you got a third-party one, that one was solved.
It's part of the problem was that it was with the games and everything and the textures on the N64 was the cost of cartridges. And so a lot of people cheaped out and used smaller cartridges, and the considerably more limited space on the small cartridges meant tiny textures that came out really distorted. And one of the reasons the textures look a lot better on stuff like Conker's Bad Fur Day is that they actually put out the money for having a 64 megabyte cartridge.
Yeah.
What? Well, I mean,
did Conkers use the expansion pack? I forget.
I don't think it did.
No, it didn't.
I don't think so. Yeah.
The only ones that used it were DK64
Majora's Mask,
and
DK64, and Perfect Dark. There's probably another that you could use as an addition.
Yeah, those were the 3 games that required it. And DK64 only because there was a glitch in the game somewhere, and they found out
that was
ran with the expansion pack installed, and so they just said, okay, it's easier to just have the expansion pack than try to fix this.
Yeah, it was only those 3 games that required it, but other games required it for additional stuff.
Yeah, or just had it as an optional thing for running at a higher resolution.
Excite Bike,
pack would let you run at
graphics.
640 by 480.
Gauntlet Legends required it for 4-player multiplayer.
It upped the system RAM by
it gave an extra 4 megs of RAM, I think. A lot of it is high-res texture stuff. If you on Pokemon Stadium 2, you got 480p out of it.
And it's really interesting though, because this stuff is not what's considered the high-res textures.
Mm-hmm.
And these are really, really good textures. By
this is
4 standards.
Let me just point out that this is basically the saddest Area 51 ever.
Yeah.
Star
Although-
Wars Rogue Squadron, Battle for Naboo, and Episode 1 Racer all got resolution increases to 480p. For Episode 1 Racer, if you chose not to play with the high-res mode but still kept the expansion pack, you would get a higher frame rate in low-res mode.
But yeah, like, it's very obvious that that little area at the start of the level was supposed to have more in it, but probably schedule pressure.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, I don't entirely remember what I'm supposed to be doing at this point, so...
Did you get the one from the bell?
Yes. I'm
You could
honestly...
have you become a van?
No,
You
that's...
could get
that's
that
No,
Yeah,
yeah,
that's-
you need to do that at some point.
That's where I'm going next. I'm trying to remember where the hell Mumbo is.
He's in the lava cave.
Yeah, he's in actual hell.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
we only went to spooky hell. We didn't go to actual fiery hell.
Oh, fuck off, game. So don't trigger the thing when I'm right under it.
Oh yeah, that's also a thing this game does a lot. Frigging blind chomper monsters.
Yeah.
If he zoomed his camera out,
I don't think that's a thing you can do in Banjo-Tooie.
oh, it totally is.
You can do a little bit, it's not much.
It's not Mario style.
Yeah, like it's most of the camera movement is still dictated by whatever automatic stuff that sometimes turns on, like automatic camera modes.
More importantly, I don't have...
Did
one
you
of-
activate Yeah, you haven't activated the little transport platform yet.
Oh, the Globo is actually in here, thank God.
Oh, Humba, you couldn't get up and walk over to it. It's literally right there.
Of course, the Native American stereotype would be in the Wild West.
And the shaman is in hell.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is biting social commentary from Rare.
Again, Humba is gigantic in this game.
Yeah. Let's see what swimming in the magic peyote gets us this time.
Like, she's really huge compared to Banjo.
Everyone gets a new car.
This is a portent of your terrible future to come. Nothing but cars. Terrible
It's just
cars.
that, like, in Nuts and Bolts, she's the same size as you are.
Oh. Huh.
Isn't what's the stupid the witch doctor extra large in this one too?
No,
No.
he's not the same size as you are.
Okay.
His hair is extra large, though.
Yep.
Alright, let's go pay for everything first.
So yeah.
I love that the van is just actually invincible. And you can just sideswipe all like the slot machines and enemies and stuff like that.
Well, yeah, it's an armored van.
Yeah, it's great.
So yeah, what have we learned, kids? That's right. Taking drugs turns you into a car.
Well, yeah, we learned that from the 80s.
I mean, that's true.
I forget, are there any more instances of needing the van in that area?
I think there's one, but I can't... Like, you can't actually do it until after you get Mumbo.
Maybe.
There's that. Is that all of them?
Oh no, there's one in hell.
I
Oh,
forget
right.
half the things you have to do in this
Hell is
game.
by the,
Yeah. No, I was just making sure I was all caught up with that.
Yeah, there's a thing. Isn't there a thing you have to do with the van where you like spit money out of your ass?
Yeah,
Don't
you've-
really-
Yeah, you have
oh,
to
that's
use it
right,
to...
he has to pay for the...
Yeah, there's a couple
Things.
exhibits you have to actually pay for.
Oh, that's right. I had forgotten about that.
Oh yeah, you have to actually unlock the Inferno with the payment. That's what it was. That's why we weren't in there earlier.
Nope, game.
Oh.
That was
No cutting in
perfect.
line.
We're about to get crushed.
It would have been hilarious if he had actually pushed us into hell.
Into the load zone. I can't imagine what would happen in that case.
Magic, probably.
Depends on if the load zone exists during the cutscene.
I also enjoy that the van can just kind of casually drive around in lava.
Again, really impressive texture work here.
It looks so much better when you're not like... Did you open up the van thing back there? You kind of just flew past it.
That's not a, like, that's just a shortcut.
Was it? Up in the... where you killed the guy and then jumped in the lava?
I think it is. Anyway, here's Mumbo.
Oh, this is the thing you have to do.
Yeah, here's the
with
Globo.
Kazooie alone, I think.
I thought that there was a thing to open up with the van in here.
I'd like
Yeah.
to see a document.
so we're there.
Oh, it's
Yeah, you drove right past it.
no, it's a Cheeto page.
Like a documentary on how Rare managed to squeeze the performance they did out of the N64 would be really interesting.
Yeah. Like, Conker's Bad Fur Day should not have been able to run as it did.
No, like
It
how in
screamed
the
all
hell?
of that audio, all the voice acting.
All the voice, the lighting effects in that
Oh
game.
yeah, because by then they had actual MP3 audio, didn't they?
I don't know about
And they
that.
managed to get.
Perfect Dark definitely did, though.
It might have.
They managed to do like proper lighting effects and stuff, like looking or like.
I feel like there's more stuff to open up as the van.
There is.
But-
There's one more thing, but I need to get Mumbo to open it first, and then I can get in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because you need to pay for the Dodgems game.
Yeah, that won't open unless you do the star thing with Mumbo, will it?
The Dodgem game, aka the one minigame that
Oh, that
isn't
one's
100%. I think it's fun. It's weird and like kind of technically awful, but for some reason I always found it the most fun out of all the minigames. I don't know why.
Climb up all the spinning stars as Mumbo.
No, you have to activate. You have to
Just turn
activate
it
it
on.
as Mumbo, but you can do it as Baron Bird.
Right. Okay.
Also, lady, you're a polar bear. Why are you dancing around in hell?
Because she wants
Jesus.
fries.
She's so fat, there's so much blubber. She's just insulated.
We already found Fat Kid.
Yes.
I forget where he is.
Yeah, he's by the in the space
Actually-
area.
Actually, Fargo, wouldn't her being fat make her even more flammable?
Depends on the fat, I suppose.
All right, I'm gonna drop a save state
It
before I
means
do
you
this
burn
one.
longer.
Oh, this one is...
This is
Yo,
awful.
we're gonna save
This-
state that,
This Jiggy is extremely awful.
assuming that I don't fall into the lava immediately.
Falls into lava immediately.
Rip.
Well,
And of course, there is absolutely no health here whatsoever.
right. Okay, let's try that again.
bonk.
Magical time powers.
I mean, everybody knew that Kazooie is in fact actually a Time Lord, right?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Checks out. I mean, we know you got that move off camera.
Oh shit!
I forget why we need to run up this thing. Didn't we need to hit a switch somewhere?
Yeah.
Slippery.
Oh, fuck off, game.
Yeah. The only reason you have to run up here is because that terrain is slippery.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, we're gonna wait for him to come down this time. Fuck.
This is easily one of my least favorite jiggies in the entire game. Because of that.
This is the game with Canary Mary in it.
Yep. Then again, he did say one of his least.
Yeah. Canary Mary 2 was easily my least favorite. Like, there's no contest there.
Oh dear.
Like, I mean, now, this is still way better than, like, the FPS stuff.
I actually liked the FPS stuff.
Funny you should say that because we did 2 of the 3 FPS sections.
Oh yeah, I know. I saw the videos.
Yeah, but luckily we have the worst past us already.
Look, I mean, I would much rather have this than Hunting for the Dynamite.
Actually, Dynamite is ever so slightly less aggravating than this one. Comes close though.
Doesn't matter. I got up here. I don't care anymore.
This was just a
Fuck
case
you,
of
game.
memorizing the timing.
Where do they even come from?
Probably
Oh,
a little door.
yeah, there's a little door
Yeah.
up here. Also, in retrospect, now I'm not sure why we needed that, because you can totally just run up and down this.
Oh, I thought that terrain was slippery.
I did too.
No, you need the running shoes because otherwise the pad switches off.
But Banjo's
No,
standing
it
on
wasn't timed. It was not timed at all.
Yeah, I don't remember why it's there.
All right, whatever.
Just for convenience? Question mark?
Hurry up and get that banjo again.
No, I'm sure there's something timed in here. I thought it was that.
I like how when Kazooie's out into the backpack, her shock jump goes higher.
I'm confused now. Oh well.
All right.
Mumbo, you have an infestation.
Yeah, Chad has a point. The shoes are just there to mess with you.
Could be.
That doesn't surprise me.
Sounds like a rare thing to do.
Yeah.
Now it's time for everybody's favorite shaman.
Woo! Said no one ever.
Can't even hit an enemy, right?
I feel like he would have benefited greatly from an actual projectile.
Instead of half a hitbox in front of him.
Yeah, no. What would just be better is if he didn't just had to fucking stop, like dead, just stop in order to attack.
That too.
Like if he just had a running swing, it would be fine.
Yeah, like if we could just freely whack people while running around, that would have been perfect.
I don't know about perfect, but fine.
Yeah. Also, I love how his staff is essentially a taser.
Yeah.
Yep,
But
that's
there's
sure.
3 things you have to do this with, isn't there, with Mumbo?
Yes, one here, one for the star spinner, and one for
The dodgems.
dodgems. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, did you do the UFO in Glitter Gulch?
I did, but I
Yes.
haven't opened it on this end yet.
Okay.
Yeah, you can only do half of it.
Yep.
And again, I would much rather have climbing up the Helter Skelter than having to do the fucking UFO ride.
Oh, I thought the UFO ride was a lot of fun.
Oh, absolutely. The controls are just not tight enough for it.
I guess I got used to it or something. I don't know. I enjoyed it. I thought it was pretty good.
I can't. The weird control. Like with the recentering reticle and everything. And it's like
You're a Minjo. Get out of here. Oh, here it is.
Minjos were such a stupid idea.
Not really.
Electrocuting tiny animal people for fun and profit.
Well, yeah, they're not going to give us a Jiggy, so what the fuck use are they?
I mean, they never do anything, and then they still yell at you all play as though they're an actual Jinjo, and you know they're not. And you just have to sit there and listen to the yelling, and then they respawn constantly, and it's like, ugh.
I remember there's one point in the game where there's like there's a real one and a fake one sitting right next to each other, and it's great.
I mean, that's like the only good use of the Minjos ever.
I think they are also randomly colored.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well,
They
all
are randomly-
Jinjos are too, so.
Yeah, but no, the Minjos are randomly colored, and they can show up as colors that you've already completed.
Mhm.
That's your
So
cue.
that's how you're supposed to tell them apart.
Yeah. And then you got like an instance in Cloud Cuckoo Land where there's a real one sitting in the boss chamber and the fake one sitting in the Mumbo chamber.
I feel that if they made them not respawn like normal Jinjos,
So,
it would have been fine. Maybe have a Jiggy for killing all the Minjos in the game.
Even if it was just enemies only respawn when you reload the area.
Is this the level you can piss off Wamba? I mean, you can do it in all of them by just going into her hut as Mumbo.
Yeah.
this is probably the easiest one to do it in because
Yeah, but you can do it in a lot of them actually.
I imagine you can do it in any of them because she's always got a warp right next to her.
Does she? I don't remember.
Pretty much.
anyway.
Usually a pretty safe assumption that she's going to have
I
a warp
I don't
nearby.
think you can do it in Glitter Gulch Mine because because don't you need to be able to do the up the steep slope? To
yes,
get through in
yeah.
Glitter
You
Gulch?
can't do it in Glitter Gulch. I know that.
I thought there was a pad on the slope.
Nope. It's you have to.
Or
It's
is it
right
next to it?
It's right next to the entrance. So
also it's a really neat touch.
I thought
that
there was still
Mumbo-
one that was right next to her.
It's a really neat touch that Mumbo's hut in this level has horns.
Yeah, Mumbo's hut changes a lot depending on what level it is.
Yeah,
doing
unlike
good.
the first game where it was always the same.
Yeah, I'm doing good. Draknell, how are you?
I think I'm pretty sure his location is randomized in Cloud Cuckoo Land.
Yes,
Yes.
it is. I think you also can't get to Humba as Wumbo in that level.
Wumbo.
Mumbo. I know what I said.
Wumbo is for Banjo 4 whenever they decide to.
They're never gonna do it. It's Microsoft. They're never gonna let them go or license their IP. It's effectively completely dead as a franchise.
Yeah, but would you even want them to make it? Anyway?
Yeah,
No.
that's a
Given
good-
what Modern Rare's like.
Yeah, that's a good point. You're really
That's the thing. Modern Rare does not have any of the wizards that worked in the N64 generation, so it's effectively not the same company at all anymore.
You want
even
Banjo
Rare
4, you just buy ukulele.
And even
That's
Killer
basically
Instinct
it. Yes.
is not being worked on by Rare at the moment, so you can't even say that they're working that one correctly.
I mean, apparently the new Killer Instinct is pretty good overall.
Oh no, it's a very
It's
good
just
game.
not
it's
by
just that
Rare.
other people are
Yeah.
making it.
I mean, to some extent, you could say the same about Retro Studios. All the people who made the Prime games are basically gone at this point. Other
A
than
lot of
the
them are in
series producer.
Bungie, ironically enough, which is why Halo 4. Which is
No,
why Halo
a couple
4.
went to Bungie. A couple went to 343. Those are the ones who did Halo 4. Like one of the
yeah.
graphics designers or world designers for Prime series went to 343, and that's why Halo 4 looked a hell of a lot like a Prime game.
No,
So-
there's
Well, the
yeah,
big-
then there's one of the like senior guys is doing a thing with Microsoft to do some new space exploration game.
Yeah, this,
I remember reading about it. I forget the name of it.
I think the big difference, though, between Rare and Retro is that Retro is still actively making good games, though.
Tropical
Yeah.
Freeze is
Oh
fucking
no,
amazing.
definitely. But what I was thinking is, we all want a Prime 4, but I wonder if it would end up being somewhat different from the rest by virtue of not having a lot of the original trilogy team together.
Didn't they? I thought most of the Prime 3 staff were still there.
They might have moved. I mean, Prime 3 was 9 years ago. They might have moved on.
Let's do Space Zone first.
That's right. Yeah.
I know a decent
but at
number of the Prime people went, including like not the producer.
Well, I
the
know one of the
directors or
senior
whatever.
Prime staff died. Remember
Yeah,
that?
he died, and there's an in memoriam for him at the end of Prime 3's credits, I believe.
I mean, Retro would not necessarily have to make another 3D Metroid. They could use the
What? Shit.
Donkey
Tropical
Kong
Freeze
Country
engine.
that. Yeah, they could use the Tropical Freeze engine and make a 2D Metroid.
Oh, that
I
would
mean,
be,
goddamn.
Like
that
with
would
like
be.
graphics.
They can make anything. I would trust Retro to make anything at this point because like they also made like half of Mario Kart 7 as well.
Yeah, they did that.
Yeah, keep in mind, they don't release very many games, and they're effectively a second-party studio, but there's a reason they're still in business, and there's a reason Nintendo still lets them do whatever the hell they want.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I absolutely, I would trust Retro with anything right now. I would just hand an
Yeah.
IP to them and just say go to time.
Prime 2, 3, Trilogy, Mario Kart 7, Returns 3D, Returns, and Tropical Freeze. That's all they have.
No, Returns 3D was Monster Games.
It says that they are listed with a credit for co-development and/or support. I think some Retro staff also worked on Prime Hunters, or at least were consulted for it. They didn't make it, but they were consulted for it.
Alright, one more. Actually, no, I can't say that. We got two more fucking minigames to
Well,
play.
it still amazes me that Hunters was a thing.
Hunters is not a bad game, but it's not a great Metroid game.
No,
It's,
I
not,
like-
it's just not a very
it's
good
amazing, it's a
Metroid Prime game. But it is
interesting.
technically impressive, considering it ran on the original DS.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like one of the only things that was ever like that on the DS.
Like, a lot of people don't like the FPS control layout for it, the whole hold in one hand, stylus as the other as you're aiming, but I found that to be so precise. I wouldn't
Yeah,
play it any other way.
It was really interesting, and it's like that came out right at the start of the DS's life cycle, and it's still like the pretty much like one of the most impressive things art-wise to ever happen on the DS, and it was like right at the start, and it's
Yeah.
so
Like,
interesting.
God, you get so excited about everything.
As a side note, I do find it pretty hilarious that Metroid Prime Hunters is the only Metroid game to not have any Metroids in it whatsoever.
That's true, there are knockoffs, but yeah, there are none.
Yeah. It's especially funny when you realize that the demo for Prime Hunters did have Metroids in them.
I think it also had Ridley in it.
No, the demo did not.
No, the demo definitely did have Metroids, though. I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And one of the maps for the demo was reused.
When
in
you
the
consider
actual
that
game.
Hunters was like, yeah, it was a demo, a tech demo for the original DS when it came out or whatever. Like, that's like 3D, like first-person shooter sort of game running on a handheld device. It was pretty damned impressive, even if, you know, looking back at it, texture quality or whatever is not very good due to the
That's because
decreased
the original
resolution.
DS was massively underpowered even when it came out.
Yeah, but like I took a look a while ago. I was linked a about a plugin for DS emulation that had the ability to upscale Hunter's resolution by like 3 or 4 times, and that looks really good.
I bet it does.
Oh, can you link
Let me
to
see if
that,
I can't
please?
find
I wanna see
the
that.
images.
And also another thing to remember about Hunters is it had functioning online multiplayer in it too.
Yeah.
To an extent, there was that time where somebody basically crashed the servers by inputting SQL injection into their names.
Yeah, but you say, wasn't the online for basically every
I
single
found
Wii
it.
and DS game done by, like, what was it, GameLoft? Or not GameLoft. GameSpy, yeah.
It was done through GameSpy servers and it all got shut down and everything. But I'm saying it was still like fully functioning online multi FDS, like fully 3D on the DS. It's like,
Yeah. Again, functional to an extent because pretty much everyone used aimbots for that.
Oh no! Shit!
so
Like, hacking was rampant in Prime Hunters multiplayer.
Oh yeah.
I don't think it was hacking so much as there was just an exploitable glitch.
No, there was hacking on it.
There was actual
okay.
There was a ton of hacking that you could do with the original DS.
Yeah. There was also
There's still a ton of
exploitable
hacking
stuff,
you can do with
but
the
it was
new one,
hacking.
but less exploitably.
When you get a moment, Artix, can you swap over and like put me as mod on here to put these images in, so
Yeah,
that you
sure.
don't have to copy a bunch?
I'm going to make you a moderator.
Cool. All right. So like this is original, and so that's what it would look like at 1x resolution or whatever.
Yeah, that's about right.
Adding
It looks better when motion, but
adding this plugin, it's called Soft Rasterizer. You can do 4x and run it at 1024 by 768. Look at what it turns into.
Dang.
It looks like a PS2 game or more.
I'd
No,
say
no, that's
a
not
little bit better than
PS2, that's like-
PS2.
that's like high end PS1.
It's really impressive.
Yeah.
Alright, I forget. How do I actually get up to the
Oh
saucer
man, I
barrel?
want to play the game like that. Oh.
To be
That's
fair,
definitely like early 2000s, like late PS1, early PS2 with the X4.
No, not early PS2. Early PS2 is a lot smoother. It's too pixelated.
Well, you're also
PS...
don't forget you've also got to deal with the fact that its texture quality increases, but you got polygons
Ah, here it is.
that are not as complicated. So
It's more like it like very late PS1, very like early Dreamcast.
it's surprising, but like the gun, which is I'm pretty sure it's very polygonal, but the texture quality, the lighting makes it look a lot more rounded.
Yeah.
right. I mean, to be fair, if the DS actually had any sort of capacity for texture filtering at all, it absolutely would be an early PS2 level game. With that
No,
plug-in.
it's not. You're massively underestimating the PS2.
It's not that I don't think we're underestimating the PS2. It's just that a lot of people didn't use the PS2 very well very early on.
Yeah.
There were a lot of
I see.
early PS2 games that were,
Again, a lot of
essentially
early
developed as if they were PS1 games.
Yeah, a lot of early PS2 games looked worse than the game we're currently playing here.
I'm gonna need to see examples.
Yeah, I don't know if that's quite true, but it is definitely...
No, I'm not discounting early PS2 as bad. I'm just saying, like, because that's like way more pixelated and so forth than anything that was showing up on me. Now, if that had come out on the Dreamcast, I could see that. Like, if you smoothed out the UI and the HUD and everything, so that it was like cleaner and everything, I could see that happening on the Dreamcast, no problem.
Wasn't the Dreamcast technically more powerful than the PS2?
No.
No. The Dreamcast had there was one very specific area, which was like the Dreamcast could actually support like really high resolution and really high quality textures. It's just the problem, the draw distance for the Dreamcast is so short, it only displays the textures at their full fidelity level, very close to the player.
Oh, fuck you, game.
Oh, okay, yeah. This explains all the issues in Sonic Adventure 2.
Yeah, like if you ever go back and play a Dreamcast game and just sit there and just look at it and like move slowly and everything, you'll see all the textures streaming in towards you. But when you actually, if you stop moving and just look at the textures that are actually right up next to the camera, they're amazingly detailed in a lot of places. Like really higher, and the Dreamcast could actually display in like there's a term. It's I can't remember.
Use your words, man.
It was a kind of like rendering output that was like higher resolution than the RGB cable.
All right, so I remembered that I had the plug-in for it, and it looks super good. I'm only playing with the 3X because, let's see, let me jump to 4. Frame rate suffers at 4 on my computer, but on 3 it still looks really good.
Also, gotta love how the cable car magically changed textures.
Yeah, and I mean, there is nothing else on the original DS that's that good. At least in terms of using the 3D hardware.
What?
What happened?
What killed me?
Fall damage.
Yeah, the slam does not prevent your death,
Yeah.
or
It-
does not prevent damage.
It does,
Actually,
though.
okay, no,
It
I will
doesn't.
make except Heart Gold and Soul Silver, they actually did a really good job of using the DS's like hardware capabilities, but even then that was only semi 3D.
Black and white.
I would argue black
well.
and white were better at that.
No, like Black and White made more use of the 3D, but I think Heart Gold and Soul Silver had better art direction than Black and White.
So you're saying that the specific instances in Heart Gold looked better?
Like the overworld in Heart Gold, I think is like especially because like they tried to do a lot more like dynamic camera stuff and everything in Black and White, and a lot more use of like 3D pans and like having the character sprites like shift around and just alter with the perspective. And it just doesn't look quite as nice as a lot of the stuff in Heart Gold and Soul Silver did. Like Heart Gold and Soul Silver, you go and put them in, they look really, really nice. And it's just that their use of color and everything. And
Oh, shit. Grabbing ledges is hard.
Yeah, Samus Aran, he ain't.
There we go.
it's only some games where Samus has the edge grab.
All of them after 2. Not counting the 3D ones.
Draken, now we're talking about Pokemon games and what.
There we go.
Yep. All right. So Hunters with scaling just looks really, really good. for
Yeah.
a DS.
And it's such
It
a
looks
shame
like
that nothing
3DS
else on the
almost.
DS ever did anything. I mean, the closest you ever got was what, Moon and Dimension, and even then, they're not anywhere close.
I mean, their Moon and Dementium are super fucking impressive for what they are. They're just boring as shit.
Yeah, they don't have Hunters like really good, like art.
Alright, so I think this is the last minigame that we have to do. Thank God.
Yes, I think so.
Is Witchyworld? Can you actually do everything in Witchyworld without coming back from later levels?
Nope.
No, because
No.
you don't have the ability to get the last kid, because you need the thing to carry around backpack.
Oh yeah, fat
That's
kid.
right. I knew it was.
Yeah, that's the only thing you can't do, though, as far as I know.
I thought there was another one.
No, the dinosaur-
There's
the
one you
dinosaur
start,
counts.
but you can't finish until you go to Pterodactyl Land.
Yeah,
And then you have
the
to come back
dinosaur
and steal
count-
food later.
The dinosaur counts as a pterodactyl and Jiggy, though.
Yeah, and so does stealing the food.
Oh
Except
God,
you can't
these
steal the food until
oh
even later.
fuck, these controls are inverted. This is gonna be so bad.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
boy.
told you, this is really bad, and this is why it's like the Helter Skelter Jiggy isn't anywhere close to being the worst in the game.
Oh,
This game right here.
Oh.
I am
I don't
so
Stop firing.
I am
I
so bad.
I had forgotten this was a thing.
Yeah, I am
Yeah,
so
I have-
bad.
I
I
have
really liked this minigame. I really did.
If it wasn't for Canary Mary, this would be the worst.
It's me. I am the worst.
Yes, you are, FP. I'm glad you're aware of this.
No, the worst is still Crow.
What did Crow do this time?
Something
Update
something.
your
No,
brings
I'm
the
not
first
getting
LP.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, something something sick kids.
You're right. We donated for that. Serve donated 1/5 of all the proceeds for that.
That's actually true.
We don't talk about that. That's bad for optics.
It is. It is. Damn it, Serve. Why would you do this?
Speaking of bad
Oh, no,
optics,
he
I'm
gave
pretty sure
money
at
to
some
sick
point some of the
children.
sick kids that we did this for have died.
That's kind of fucked up, sir. Why would you say that?
It is. It's Crow's fault.
I think I remember trying to get like a high score on this one just because it seemed like it was possible.
What is wrong with you?
I was 12.
That's a good answer.
Yeah, I suppose.
I'm 12, and what is this?
I mean, it is an appropriate answer, basically.
Oh yeah, we
They
use
try
the
to
barrel.
perfect it.
That is definitely not planes.
Oh god.
I don't know what you're talking about. This
I
is,
think on my
this is
I think
definitely
my
planes.
my favorite moments from that were like all of Go-Go Nippon, and then the helicopter barrel roll was probably the second funniest one.
Wait, hang on. Dracnel, I want you to talk to me for a second here. What the fuck was wrong with you as a child that you 100%ed DK64?
I did it too. So let's have this conversation.
I did it as well.
I never. None of my friends ever had DK64, and I never had an N64 of my own. So
Go on. This is a support group. Let's talk through this.
I loved it.
I enjoyed it too.
We've already been over this. I recently played through most of DK64 again. And I am of the opinion that if you just sort of casually play through it, it's not terrible. It's not the best experience, but it's not terrible. Just
you're
don't do the
bad and wrong.
I'm not saying it's the greatest game of all time.
It's a garbage game.
Okay. Oh Jesus, I just barely got that one.
Do you have to get 500 for it?
Yeah, you have to get 500 for both prizes.
DK64 is a horrible color-coded trash fire. I use the phrase trash fire way too much.
That's right. Let's at
I'm
least
entirely too fond of that expression, and I should come up with other things.
that's right. Let's call it what it is. It's a tire fire, not a trash fire.
Yeah.
Well, more of a banana fire, but It's
Oh,
like
boy.
it's a burning warehouse of tropical fruit.
I can't believe we have to go fight fucking Mr. Patch now.
Oh, that's the one that you haven't done yet. Oh.
Oh, jeez. It's alright, this is the last thing that we have to do right now. And then we're done with this level.
But yeah, I enjoyed DK64 as a kid because I fucking loved Donkey Kong. I didn't want an N64 when it came out because there was no Donkey Kong on it.
Where?
Wow. I didn't know anybody loved Donkey Kong that much.
It has to do with the fact that Donkey Kong Land was the first proper game I ever had.
Oh shit, yeah, we should probably get some grenades before we do this.
I mean, I'm gonna admit, I bought a GameCube because Sonic, because the Dreamcast was dead. But
Sonic Adventure 2 Battle was the first Sonic I played, and I didn't know anything about the series otherwise.
Where is...
It just looked fun. Nintendo Power, thank you for making me buy so many games back in the day.
oh
because it
yeah,
looked
the
fun.
tickets thing. Aren't they on the roof of the tent?
No, I have the tickets. I'm trying to get some grenades before I go in there.
Oh.
Aren't there a lot of grenades just sitting around inside the tent?
There are, but you remember that he also does the thing where you like, if you're on the ground,
yeah,
he punches
there's a
you.
boxing glove. There's some grenades.
Alright, let's get this over with.
This is the worst fight.
It is, yes.
No, I would
Actually,
say this
no,
is still better
no.
than Lord Wu Fak Fak.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, this one isn't quite as bad as the one in the next level.
Yeah, but
Like,
you can
you
do...
actually have room here.
Yeah, but you can also do Lord Wu Fak Fak with, the submarine, so...
Yeah.
Point.
In fact, I
True,
don't know why you
actually
wouldn't.
can.
Too bad you can't do this one as the van.
It would be literally impossible.
Still be hilarious.
Where should we
boy.
sit? Why don't we go sit on this bloated carcass over here?
Also, Dractyl, do not feel any shame. Diddy Kong Racing, especially at the end of the game, gets fucking brutal.
Oh yeah, Diddy Kong Racing is bullshit.
Controversial opinion, Diddy Kong Racing isn't that good.
It is extreme bullshit, but I beat that shit.
Diddy Kong Racing was interesting. I never owned it, but I played a lot of it with my friends or whatever. I thought it was interesting, but yeah, the single-player stuff was pretty tough after a while.
Best kart racer, still the original CTR.
I remember.
Clearly someone at Rare had.
You know what I kind of miss?
Actually,
a
no,
little
wait,
bit?
no, you know, well... Okay, half and half, the original CTR and Mario Kart 8. Mario Kart 8 is phenomenal.
Oh, let's get this over with.
I
Well,
remember playing like a whole bunch of random ass games as a kid because, you know, parents would buy random things or whatever. And
Now I can't stop thinking about the F Plus episode where they read out a guy's personal ad for advertising for pornographic roleplay about Mr. Patch.
oh,
fuck.
I
What?
think at some point either I or my friends owned like, I think it was like, what were those California Speed Racing or whatever for the N64 or stuff like that. I don't remember the names
Oh,
of
don't
them.
you start moving now, you son of a bitch.
The cruising games? No.
I don't think it was Cruisin', no. I think it was California something Racing.
Anyways, fuck this boss.
Anyways, I kind of miss those days of just like having random ass games
Fuck this boss
for
was
you.
kind of the point of the personal
because
ad, yes.
when you're like actually at a point that you want to buy, you don't buy the random shit like that. So you never experience weird games like those any longer. And to an extent, market like that has kind of disappeared because all the like games that come from like big publishing houses or whatever are no longer like, they don't make shit like that anymore because they all take way too much budget.
Oh no, weird
So-
stuff like that still happens. It's just
It's just
all
relegated to the
ad-like now.
indie scene.
No, it's just all on Android and iOS now.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Oh, come on. Where is he? Shit.
That's just where shovelware goes now.
Oh. Right, I forgot. He spits balls
I
at me now.
really don't think it was cruising. Let me see.
Let's-
Cruising USA, maybe. I know the first level of that is a race through basically all of California.
We're gonna have to look at this. Let's see. California Speed. I think this is it. Yep, this is it. I mean, I don't remember it being particularly good, but it was a racing game that we played some.
So would you guys say there's a good boss fight in this game?
I like Old King Cole. You can kill him in like 10 seconds.
Yeah, but is he a good boss fight?
I guess by the definition of what is a good boss fight, arguably Weldor?
That's
Yeah.
probably the best boss fight.
Welder is an actually good boss fight, and probably the only one in this game.
Like, I mean, Target
All the
Zombie
others
isn't
are
bad.
way too tedious.
I think, isn't the problem with Mingy Django that he's really hard to hit in some places?
Yeah.
He has artificial invulnerability.
I think his problem. Then you have the two dragons in Hailfire Peaks or whatever.
Yeah, but they're not a good boss fight.
Yeah. Well, I was just trying to remember them. You have Terry.
Terry was okay.
Yeah, Terry's passable.
Yeah.
This guy's real bad.
I mean, the dragons of Hellfire Peaks are just really dull and repetitive.
This and the next boss are really bad, though.
What's the next one?
Woo Fuck Fuck.
He's
The Angler
No,
Bear.
that's not the next one. Next
It
one's
is.
Witchyworld, isn't it?
No, this is Witchyworld.
With Grundy Industries, sorry.
no.
No, Grunty Industries is the second to last level.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yep.
Yeah.
No. It's third last.
Yeah.
It's World 6.
Yeah, it's Grunty, and then Hailfire, and then Cloud
Oh,
Cuckoo
I-
Land.
Why did I remember it backwards? I thought Hailfire was first. Never mind then.
Shit.
Mhm.
Where am I?
I actually do not remember the boss of Hailfire at all.
It's the Twin Dragons.
Yeah, I don't remember that one at all.
You
You
fight
don't fight them
one
at
at
the
a
same
time,
time.
and they just stick the tongue out at you and just sweep back and forth, and it's just a very, very simple, very repetitive pattern. If you get hurt by that boss, you're fucking like
Shit. Okay, where is the last one?
on his back there.
Yeah. Speaking of which, I love the dick move this game pulls on you, where after the first hit from the ground, it just starts spawning those fists at you so you can't hit him anymore from the ground.
Gotta shoot his dick off.
Yeah, I see. It's down. It's down on his front. Come on, turn around, you fucker.
Please do not die.
Sorry.
You're totally gonna die, aren't
Nah,
you?
I got him.
Oh god.
Also, I love how all those holes and he wasn't deflating until just now.
He actually does. Like as
Yeah,
as you deal more damage, he gets smaller.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's true, but like he should have completely deflated a while ago. Just because of all the holes you put in him, but
Which
But I
magic?
only just noticed it really
Video
does
games.
look like a dick.
Yes? Is this your first time playing Banjo-Tooie?
This is your first time playing a
No, it's
Rareware
not. I
Okay.
think I'd be on the ball about recognizing stuff that looks like dicks.
No comment.
there are so many horrible places I could go with this, but I won't.
Go ahead. Probably no places I haven't gone to already.
I was gonna say, like, of course you would know all about dicks, but
Yeah.
Oh my. Alright, I think that's actually everything we can do here for Witchyworld.
actually, yeah, that's
game. I
pretty
believe
much
it
it.
is.
Yeah, so
I think
we're...
that's all you can do here.
Yep, we're missing one Jiggy, we're missing one Cheeto page, and that should be it then.
Which one's the Jiggy we're missing here?
The Getting Boggies kids.
Oh, the fat kid.
Yeah, the fat
Oh
kid.
my god.
And I think there's a Cheeto page that we can get once we get Claw Clamber, maybe?
Maybe.
Maybe? Yeah, because there's one in Area 51 where you have...
Ah, yeah, the one
Yeah.
up the wall.
I thought that was
Alright.
just a. I thought that was just the shortcut to Pterodactyl Land.
Maybe?
I'm not 100% sure, to be honest. This is
Whatever.
one of those things I will look... I'll do it off camera.
This level does not have a shortcut to Pterodactyl Land.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, it totally does, because you have to steal
You
steal
gotta
food.
steal food to give to the cavemen.
Oh, right.
And if you try to leave through the normal exit grunt, it takes the food off you.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, right. Yeah, I think that is what you need. The
You
spider
just
ball
can't do
for.
that one until you get the climbing things.
Yeah, the spider ball.
Yeah. Anyway, I think that's going to be it for tonight. Next time we'll do Jolly Roger's Lagoon. So I hope
Oh,
everybody's
man.
exciting for swimming levels.
Well, we'll do the half of Jolly Roger Lagoon that we can actually do right away.
Alright, thanks for watching, everybody. See you later.
Good night.
See ya.
Good night, everybody.